Good morning. It's Miss Martin. So I just wanted to talk a little bit, some updates that I got this morning. I made a parent newsletter yesterday. I don't know if anybody has had the chance to watch it, but we talked about the grades. We talked about the daily checkpoints and just kind of giving some refreshers on how I'm doing things in college prep, and what the assignments have been, and what students need to do to turn in. So I wanted to start off by saying that there are so many unsung heroes in our class. There are many, many students who consistently go above and beyond what they are asked to do, and they do so very well, and with good, kind hearts. And I want to send a shout out to all of those students who come to class, turn in their assignments on time, just do what they're supposed to do, because they understand and realize that this is for their future more than it is for me or any of their teachers. Like just graduating high school, but also graduating college at the same time is a huge feat. And it isn't easy sometimes, but there are so many students who are doing exactly what they need to be doing. And I just wanted to send a shout out and give some praise to those students. Keep going. Keep striving. You're going to make it, and it's going to feel really, really good. For those students who are pushing and driving and trying to get things done, you also can do it. Keep going. If you need help, please ask for it, because that's why I'm here, and so many other people between JECA and NLC. We want to see all of you succeed. So then the next thing is, yesterday, I was talking about grades, and I had come up with a grading system that I was going to use. However, Dr. Juarez has sent out a message this morning that I would like to share, so that way we're all on the same page, because I am honoring what the principal has put out to the student body. This came through Remind. It is the morning announcements that I go over with my classes every day. So yes, today does begin the second 9 weeks. You're on the clock. Dr. Juarez has asked us to please carefully review the JECA grading updates that are described on the next page. These grading updates take effect today. So I'm going to scroll down here to this second page. So in an effort to ensure that students have every reasonable opportunity to submit and earn credit for their work, these grading guidelines will be in effect for the second 9 weeks. Please be sure to read over them, and then if you have any questions, definitely contact Dr. Juarez or any teacher. But I just want to hit some highlights here. Number one is 1 grade per week. That is what the teachers will be recording per week. Students must complete assignments in order to earn grades. The daily check-in is for attendance only, and that does not constitute a grade. I've stopped doing that as of 3 weeks ago. So I'm no longer using the daily checkpoint as an attendance. If you do not complete your daily attendance, you will be marked absent. So if a student is participating asynchronously, the student is responsible for completing the asynchronous lesson and the assignment if one is given prior to 11:59 p.m. Miss Martin gives assignments, but she gives at least a week to complete. I'm not going to do an assignment, okay, it's due at 11:59. Very rarely would I do that. There are times when I do because there's information that I need, but I really strive to give students at least a week to complete the majority of their assignments. The point is that if you're asynchronous, you need to read your lessons and you need to log into your class. If there's an assignment that was attached for that day, then you need to turn it in. If there's a deadline or a due date, then you know how to time manage, you know where you need to put your energy and when that assignment is due for my class or any of your classes. This is the one, number 4, where I'm going to honor what the principal has put out for us. Late assignments will be accepted during distance learning. All late work must be turned in no later than 7 calendar days from the due date. So that includes Saturdays and Sundays. However, the teacher has a discretion to extend the assignment submission deadline beyond 7 calendar days in extraordinary situations with documentation from the student or the parent. So we're going to go with no later than 7 days from the due date. And I think yesterday in my message, I had said 3 days, but when this came out this morning, I read it, I just wanted to let everybody know I'm honoring what the principal has written here. The maximum grade for late work is a 70. Additional points may be deducted for incorrect responses or failures to follow assignment instructions. Students, you need to read what is being asked. Okay, you need to read what is being asked. Not just assuming that, that it's what it is. You need to read the directions. That's going to really save you a lot of time. Okay, so the last point here is late assignments will not be accepted as of the first day of the 8th week. So week 7 is pretty much the last week that you can do any makeup work. Okay, the last 2 weeks are going to be really reserved for turning in your current work, teachers being able to grade your projects or whatever it is that you have going on. So week 7, no more late work will be accepted after that. Okay, so that was important. I felt I needed to share that with you and communicate this to all of you, parents and students. And then I'm going to do my reteach on the same video. So I'm going to go to Google Classroom and I'm going to go to classwork. And under the assignments tab, it says due October 12th. So October 12th was yesterday. But typically I don't grade until the second day, B day. So students will always have like a grace day to turn stuff in because I don't actually grade until B day is through. And so the letter of recommendation request form was due yesterday today. There's still about 45 students who have not turned it in. Okay. No problem. I can wait until tomorrow because that's when I'm actually going to go grade. But in my experience in the past, this number doesn't really go down. Students just won't turn it in. And a lot of times it's because they don't understand, they didn't do it, whatever the case may be. About 50% of the students don't come to my class. If a student has a question about an assignment, they need to come to my Zoom Google Classroom and ask me the question. I do not teach lessons via Remind. And I just want to make this clear because I think that there's some boundaries sometimes that are crossed that I cannot allow. I don't mind asking questions in general, but if you haven't come to class, you're just not reading. You're just not reading what you need to read. Okay, so stop. Did you save your form as a PDF? Okay, good. You may attach your PDF letter of recommendation request form completed fully with details. The form is a lesson that I had here on September 23rd. It was a slideshow. The instruction was for students to complete this form. Students need to complete this form. In order to help a person who's writing a recommendation letter, you need to answer these questions. That is the only assignment that is attached to this. Never did I say you need to get a letter of recommendation from a teacher. I don't know how that was confusing, but I want to clear up the confusion for you. The assignment that was given to you on September 23rd was to fill in this sheet, to answer these questions. The more detail that you give, the easier it's going to be for your recommender to write a letter for you that you need for college applications. That's the assignment. So consider this my reteach, please. You need to go in, fill in this worksheet. Once you're done with this, you want to save it as a PDF, okay? So save file, download, PDF. Then you're gonna just stick it in Google Classroom. Let me go back here to where it says assignments, letter of recommendation. Stop. Did you save it as a PDF? Good. So now you can attach your letter of recommendation request form there. Just like these 57 people, you just turn it in. You just stick it in here. And I can look at these and I can say, this is not a PDF. This is not a PDF. This is not a PDF. Reds are PDFs. That's not following direction, right? So if whenever I'm grading, I will send those back and say, please save these as a PDF. These students have plenty of time because they've already turned it in. And so if I go in here and I grade it and I send it out, they're going to be able to change it without any issues. It's the 45 that I'm kind of concerned with that haven't done it. I don't know if you've looked at the lesson that was given on the 23rd. And then the students chose the due date, October 12th. So guys, I really need your help here. I need you to communicate with me and tell me if you need help with something. Because to me, it seems like it's pretty clear. I just don't know. I'm not getting any feedback. So if you have any questions about this particular assignment, it is, what is today? The 13th. I'm available during lunch enrichment if you want to come in to the Zoom class. I need you to send me a remind. Ms. Martin, I need to meet with you today during lunch enrichment. Bring a friend because I would like to meet with at least two people. And then we can hash it out. We can talk about whatever you need. So this assignment was due on the 12th. It's going to be considered late tomorrow. If it's not in Google Classroom, it's considered late. I'll put an M in the grade book. You'll have up to 7 calendar days to turn in that assignment. After that, it will turn into a 0. So that would be your choice. Again, if anybody has any questions for me, I'm here. Just contact me, email me, and we can definitely get together. Okay, guys, have a great day. Bye-bye.